Hello everyone and welcome back to GameCast. I'm still not joined by the usual members, but Richie has agreed to come on once again. So, what has been? It's been about 2. I looked at my watch there. Not wearing a watch. It's about 2 months now since we did the last one, is it?
Yeah, feels like only yesterday.
You were very eager to come to this one now.
Yeah.
I didn't have any convincing. I didn't have to give him a console this time.
Please help me.
He hasn't gone home in 2 months. Is what we're saying.
I just want to go.
Right. So, I'm going to start off by saying what I've been playing, and you go what you've been playing. I'm actually really excited because I've been playing the new Hitman games.
Oh.
Very, very good. Do you know the ones where it's like a sandbox?
Yeah.
And they just kind of give you like several different branches that you go off and you follow to get like a different type of assassination. It's really fucking fun.
Are they new or are they just...
The first one I think is what? 2018? 2017?
Mm-hmm.
The second one is I'm playing that now at the moment. That's 2018. And then there's a third one coming out to finish off the series. They're like episodic ones, but like an episode is one sandbox, and you might get like 4 assassination targets, and you have to go around the map and figure out.
I never actually played a Hitman game. Might.
I
Is it
played
worth checking out?
that one definitely. I got it for like €4.
No,
It's very, yeah, you can't argue with that.
Yeah.
From a questionable site. There at the start, I didn't understand what I thought like it's kind of shit because I was just going around like using the pistol shooting everyone.
Like
I wasn't doing
shooter.
I wasn't doing the.
What does that mean? Use your editing skills.
So, where was it? Yeah, at the start I was running around just shooting everyone, but you're supposed to like eavesdrop on conversations between like the public and all, and they'll be like, "Oh, did you hear they're fixing the roof on the church?" And we'll call him Rico. He's supposed to be getting married there today, and Rico is your target. So you dress up as a builder, you go up to the top of the roof, and you're standing there waiting for him to come, and you could knock the roof on top of him, get out of there, rather than just run up behind him, shoot him, run like mad. Like it's
rewards your like
yeah.
exploration
Cunning.
and stuff. That yeah. I like the sound of that.
Yeah, the second one is it's along the same lines. I do like it when a sequel doesn't change too much.
You get more the same.
It just refines it. Like I don't like
yeah.
when sequels do like mad changes to controllers and stuff. I'm just like, right, this is like a different game in not rather than a sequel. Like what's a really good example of that is when they changed the Prince of Persia franchise, when they released the 2008 reboot version. It wasn't open combat. It was kind of like click and what would you say, quick time events. In a Prince of Persia game. So I like it when they keep the core elements of the franchise the same. So what have you been playing?
I've been playing nothing. I don't like games. I don't know what I'm doing here. What have I been playing? Sure, more the same. More Fortnite, Rocket League. I'm still struggling through Red Dead Redemption 2.
Did you get any further?
Yeah, I'm do you know where you move camp the second time? You're kind of near roads.
You moved camp about 10 times in that game.
Well, I'm still near the server, so yeah, just kind of enjoying that still.
Have you abandoned the side quests, or are you just going for main mission now?
No, I still can't I can't look at undone missions and just I have to do them. Something wrong with me. Just can't leave them.
It's such a long game. Even the campaign takes hours. Like, where are you in Rhodes? Have you gone to?
Yeah, that's it, Rhodes.
Yeah. Is that where the KKK starts to show up?
Yeah,
I
stumbled onto one of their meetings and butchered them.
I did too.
They deserve it.
Yeah, fuck them. It's like me and the guys were talking about the scene in Django where the boys are wearing the KKK hoods.
Oh yeah. They're talking.
Now we all agree that the hoods were a good idea.
I can't see shit.
Then your man, they're trying to assassinate your man. He's running along with the hood and he can't see fucking shit. I did the same. I pulled out like a grenade or something. I don't know what it was, or a gun, and they all just went fucking mental. Started shooting me. I was like, right. I was hoping that I'd get the element of surprise on them.
I had one where they lit the cross and then 2 of them managed to catch on fire, and they all started scattering. They panicking and I just like pick them off. Let the other lads burn though, and shoot them.
And there's another one in like a side quest in that game where you deal with like an incest brother and sister, and if you kill the sister, the brother's a big fat guy.
Yeah.
You can get him to chase you the whole way across the map, and he'll never stop. And you like someone has done it, like they fast forwarded on YouTube of them running the whole way back to their camp, and then when they get to the camp, he gets massacred by like Dutch and boys. And he's a big fat lad. Like you wonder how he's able to run across mountain peaks.
He'd be skinny by the end of it.
Yeah. And he's pure like Cletus from the Simpsons fella as well. Like
screaming shit.
Yeah. John like, we don't get them gators, one of them fuckers. Like. So, one topic we're going to be talking about today is the next gen disaster. So, have you tried to get one yet?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, well, didn't properly try, but sure, they're like gold dust. Like, as soon as anything comes up, they're gone in a few minutes. Like, isn't it?
Yeah.
So
do you remember it ever being this bad?
I've never got a console on release. Like, so I didn't bother with the PS4s and Xbox when they came out. I only got that out like a year or two later. Same with 360s and stuff. So I'm sure it was like.
I don't remember the PlayStation 4. Like PlayStation 4.
Oh, did you get one on release?
I didn't get it on release, but I got it very soon after release. I don't remember it being near as fucking bad as this. This is like
it's crazy. Like
this is like an oasis in the fucking desert. Like,
well, it seems like everyone wants them. Like even people you wouldn't think. Like, oh, I need to get that new PS5.
It just reminds me of like AirPods and iPhones. Like you don't actually want them. You just kind of like, ooh.
But that's new and shiny thing.
Yeah.
I guess like everyone's at home with COVID and shit. And they're like bored out of their mind. Like, oh, new PS5. Like, let's get that. But
yeah.
Of course, then because of COVID, there's probably less being made with factories like months ago that were shut down and they're only coming back online now. So.
Yeah, that's actually a good point. I didn't think about that. I was actually just saying, like, how the fuck did they underestimate how much they were going to sell?
Yeah, well, like, they probably would have started building them, like, probably the start of this year. I don't know. Like, maybe. And, like, probably all in China. That's where they get made. Yeah. So, there you go.
And what I was thinking as well is that they do sell the consoles at a loss when they're released.
Yeah.
So, like, they can't go manufacturing millions and millions and then they spend the next 10 years trying to make their balance back. Like, there's only so many games you can sell to get that going again.
When you think about the specs, though, they have to be able to sell them for €500. And then, what's the other one? €400 for the non-disc one?
€400 for the non-disc one, €500 for the lowest storage on the regular edition.
And they're supposed to be able to compete with, like, the best PCs you can get. Well, some of the best. Like, you can get, like, where, like, a graphics card on its own for that kind of range would be like €700 for the second best graphics card and €900 for the best one. So, like, you're getting a whole PS5 for $500. It's actually a good deal. Like, what's the Xbox like? The same price?
Xbox, I think, is cheaper. I don't know.
Oh, they have the really dirt cheap one that's kind of not as powerful as.
Yes, it's the size of like a fucking cereal. Not even a cereal box. Sorry, it's like a little book, like the size of the Star Wars thing over your shoulder. It's supposed to be the smallest console ever made.
Whoa!
And
that's a tiny one.
But it's only as powerful as like an Xbox One. Like someone was saying, they downgraded the quality.
Alright.
But it'll still be able to play the next gen games on it, but it'll just downgrade the quality of the game.
I wouldn't be bothered with that.
That's like playing.
And right now,
forward compatible on Xbox One.
Yeah, there's no like exclusive like PS5, Xbox Series X games. They're all like on they're all on the last generation as well, like, aren't they?
There's a handful. So you have only the launch titles like Ratchet and Clank.
Oh yeah.
What's called Into the Nexus? No, sorry.
Is that supposed to be good? Is it reviews?
I've not heard about Ratchet and Clank yet, but
is it out?
Sure, it would have came out with the console. Then you have Spider-Man Miles Morales.
I think that's on the PS4 as well. Like,
is it on PS4?
Yeah, I think I saw it. Yeah, the young lad was asking for it.
Ah, I see. No, I don't know about that one, but there was another one. What are the other PS5 launch titles?
There's that Sackboy thing as well.
Oh, fuck that. Yeah, that's one of them. That
you get always like that with a new launch of a console. There's always
Mascot.
Like, yeah, or there's like real rubbish games that somehow get like, you know, lots of promotion because they're the only thing on the thing.
Because they just kind of go.
You wouldn't even hear about it. Like.
Usually they're like, oh my god, right, we need a game that the father will just be able to go and go, delete that now and just.
Oh, jeez, that looks man.
Sackboy.
I win me sack.
How much money did they make off a little brown fucking man? Oh god. I'm gonna look up the launch titles for PS5. I'm like you're at the referee the other night.
Oh yeah. Jesus.
Right, launch titles for PS5. So we have Demon's Souls, which is a good one.
Well, that's a remake of a PS3 game or something. I think it was.
Yes, it's the original Dark Souls.
Yeah.
Darren would know more. We have Valhalla, which released on the current gen, Assassin's Creed.
Oh yeah.
I traded it in yesterday.
Was it good?
Shit.
Right.
Absolutely shit. There's a lot of games there that have already been released. The remastered Spider-Man, where they remodeled Peter Parker to make him look more like Tom Holland, and there were people going online saying, "What the fuck is the point in that?" Watch Dogs Legion, which is supposed to have horrendous water physics.
I saw that. It just looks. It doesn't look like you're in water at all. Like
you're just swaddling. Like,
and you can run like full speed. Like it looks like you're just running through air.
Cold War. Most of these games launched on.
That's
PS4,
what I'm saying. Like they're on both.
This one was in Devil May Cry 5 Special Edition, where you get to play as Virgil, and you may notice that my hair is now a different colour. I hope it looks grey in the video. It probably won't. It'll probably look green, but it's in honour of Virgil, who is the main character added to this version of the game.
I'm sure Virgil would be honoured that
he probably wouldn't. He hates everyone.
Especially you.
Yeah.
He told me.
Yeah. Foolishness, Dante. Foolishness. What was on? Fortnite is on it.
Oh goody.
Yeah, more for you.
I want to die.
NBA 2K. Would you ever play those NBA games?
No.
My brother's gone mad into them. Watch Dogs Legions, a game that I just think is a load of nothing. When I see a game where you can where they have 6 different playable characters at one time, I just go, right, the story has obviously suffered here because they need to. It's like in the new Assassin's Creed games, especially in Odyssey, only in Odyssey and in Valhalla, you can change the character from a female to a male protagonist. So I was like, right, so there's going to be fuck all love interest, because you can change the gender throughout the entire game.
Oh, you can.
It's like real life. You can just change your fucking gender whenever you want now.
It's not the start. Oh, we're getting a bit political now, folks. Yeah. Jesus. Well, it's not just at the start. Yeah.
No, you can change your.
You can trans.
Yeah. You can trans. You can cut the willy off and you stitch back on. I traded in because I got to a mission called the Prodigal Prince, where it's literally at the prologue. I put about 8 hours into it, just running around doing side quests in this little village just to get used to the physics and the gameplay.
Yeah.
I was like, great, grand, yeah. So I did this, and it's literally like the 4th mission in, because I just ran off and started doing all these quests. And it says, follow Sigurd. I was following Sigurd, he stopped walking. And that was it.
Got tired, did he?
Yeah. He stopped over by an ice cap fucking bay on looking at these ships, and he never moved. He's just standing there holding his shield and his axe in his own little village, and he's just stuck there.
Well, that's it.
So I changed the gender, I loaded back up the game. All the autosaves are filled up with the last 5 minutes of the game, so it's pointless.
Yeah.
Went online, they were like, oh, we fixed that in the latest patch. I looked, that was already updated. I was like, no you didn't. So I just traded it back in, and I tweeted Ubisoft saying that your game is absolutely shit.
And they had a cry. They
probably did. They probably wiped their eyes with my 50-year-old. So there's a game that I will never be buying again. Assassin's Creed Valhalla. That went downhill from 1 had so much potential, 2 was fucking unbelievable. Then Brotherhood, Revelations, pretty good.
I started getting confused between Brotherhood and Revelations and stuff like that.
Oh,
and then I didn't make it. I don't know which is which. I can't remember. And 2, weren't they all kind of?
Ezio's collection.
Yeah.
So in 2 is where we introduced the Ezio. Brotherhood is where he formed his own creed, and in Revelations is where he leaves to go to Istanbul, I think, and he retires at the very end. But then they made a movie about Ezio and.
Is that the Jake Gyllenhaal?
No. You're thinking of the Michael Fassbender live action one.
Yeah.
No, they made an animated movie of Ezio. Oh. It shows him just at the very end, just laying down in the chair and dying. And I was like, that was pretty shit. His ending in Revelations is much better. What do you think about video game movies?
There hasn't been many good ones.
Name one good one. That you like. Doesn't have to be a good movie. Just one that you liked.
One that started as a game and became then a movie. They made a movie out of the game.
Yeah.
What is there?
I can name a few if you want.
Yeah, go on.
So we have Resident Evil, we have Silent Hill, we have Doom, we have...
Rubbish.
Did you not like Doom?
That was the only good thing about that was when they went into the first person thing and started going around
That's Carl Urban in it though. I'm a massive Carl Urban fan.
He's good in Dread and stuff like that too.
Oh, Dread.
Yeah,
it's good.
What other movies? Come on.
So we've Doom, Silent Hill, Resident Evil. We have Super Mario's.
That was shit. Terrible.
I haven't even said it yet. They're
Rubbish.
shit. What else? I was going to say the Marvel movies. You can't really count them.
No.
Um,
Do you know the Chronicle? Now this was actually.
Are you talking about the game that
from
came out after Pitch Black?
Yeah,
you're cheating there.
Yeah.
Well, I suppose
That's more like a good game that was made from a movie.
Doom for me is pretty good. I like
Jamie.
No, like
Doom is not pretty good.
I did. Do you remember? You didn't see this. I have over 500 DVDs downstairs, and I pulled out every single one of them and put up an individual story on my Instagram, rating them out of 10. I think Doom got like a 2 out of 10. Like, so I know it's
That's
not
fair,
a good movie, like, but I still like enjoy it. Like, you can enjoy a bad thing. Like,
Yeah.
Like
The Room.
Yeah, The Room. The Room is one of our favourite movies that we watch together whenever we're sad. What's your favourite quote from The Room?
Oh, hi, Mark.
For some reason I was going to say the goggles do nothing. That's The Simpsons.
That's The Simpsons.
What's another good... What is good fucking
See, there is not.
video game movie? Will I Google it?
Google.
Sorry about that, guys. You had to change over the cameras. That's the second time in a row that has fucking happened. So we're talking about famous video game movies. So I'm going to shout out some. You just say shit or good.
Shite.
So far they're all shit. Oh sure, it's going from worst to best.
Oh,
There we go. There's the Hitman movie, Agent 47.
I did actually watch that when it came out. That wasn't
8% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah, it's about fair, I would say.
Silent Hill Revelations, 10%. It deserves less. Hitman 2007, 16%.
Mm-hmm.
Max Payne is one of the worst movies I've ever seen. Just in general as a movie.
Glowing reviews so far.
I remember going to see Pokemon 2000.
I remember
I
going
was
to see
in
that as well.
primary school in Stonyford, where you're from.
I remember it as well. There was like a Pokemon at the end of it that was like new.
Mewtwo. No, it wasn't Mewtwo.
It was, I don't know what it was, but it was like from the new games that I didn't even know like existed back then. You wouldn't even
Doom.
be keeping up.
Doom.
Come on, what to do? Get for you then.
19%.
Your favourite? 19?
I know, it's my favourite.
Yours
Resident Evil Apocalypse, the best of a bad bunch, got 20%. We'll take that. Ratchet and Clank, Lara Croft.
Yeah, that's a nothing movie.
Need for Speed, a pointless movie. Silent Hill isn't that
There's going to be
bad.
some masterpiece at the bottom here now.
That we're forgetting.
Yeah.
Rampage, Tomb Raider,
Oh, jeez.
Angry Birds.
Is
There
that the
you
last
go.
one? Is that all of them?
Detective Pikachu. That looks
didn't actually
decent.
see that.
That looks decent.
Didn't
With
see
Ryan
it.
Reynolds as playing as Pikachu.
Is that like literally all of them, is it? There was, yeah.
It just said like, well, who gives a fuck? So, one thing I did want to say to you was, you criticised my selection of the top 5 Star Wars games.
We may have, yes.
You definitely did.
Your taste is shocking in most things.
Yeah. So, give me 3 Star Wars games that go on your pedestal.
Pedestal. The original Star Wars Battlefront.
Right.
Now
Now we're talking 2005, not
2005.
fucking...
Whatever that was, yeah.
Mm.
That was just class. I played that like I didn't even have online back then, so I just played against the bots the whole time, and it was class. Never got bored with it for some reason. I was a simple child.
I didn't like not having heroes and villains in it. Do you know the way they added the heroes and villains into the second one? I like that.
For some reason, I think it's because I bought the second one on PS2 and it ran a lot worse than the first one did. Like it just felt real
Clunky.
Clunky and jittery back then. So I kind of was never a big fan of the second one.
Right.
I'm sure if I played it now, like it'd be much better. So that one. Another good Star Wars game, Knights of the Old Republic.
Mm-hmm. That goes into your whole click and play kind of.
Yeah, that's like an RPG, like from like lads that made Mass Effect.
Yeah.
So like that's unreal. And number 3 would be, there's gonna be some class one I'm not thinking about. Go on, shall we say Star Wars Jedi Power Battles? Just because I played it when I was
fucking class.
a little kid.
Some other honourable mentions.
Go on.
The new one, Jedi Fallen Order.
I still have to download that and play that actually.
It's actually now been added to Xbox Game Pass, so I don't need to get the EA access anymore. So I finished that already, but I probably will download it again and try play it on like normal difficulty this time. 'Cause
Why,
it's
what's your
fucking hard.
Oh, you played on hard last time?
No, I played on easy. I had to switch it because I just kept getting my ass kicked by like one thing. And I remember talking to another guy and he's like, can't get past this beast. And I was like, is it on fucking this planet? And he's like, yeah. I was like, same fucking thing. Can't get past it. Like. And it's one of those games I think where you change the difficulty, you can't go back up. So, and the boss battles are fucking tough, man.
Well, that's what you want. Like.
It's like, you know, like it has like a hint of Dark Souls about it. Like
never played any Dark Souls, so that would be my introduction to it. Then when I finally get around.
Yeah,
to
but
it.
at least then you'd be like, look, at least I like the colours. Whereas Dark Souls, they're just like in you
dead,
go. Yeah,
dead.
Oh, I actually watched someone play the entire Bloodborne game, and it looked class. And like I remember sitting there just wishing I could play it. Just being, why am I so shit? What are other Star Wars games? We have Fallen Order, Battlefront 2. The new Star Wars are fucking shit. The Battlefront, sorry. They're terrible. What other ones? I'm trying to think of the old ones, not like fucking...
I know you probably... Did you have them on your list? The what were those Force ones? You were looking like the dark side guy. Then you
the Force Unleashed.
I never played them.
Fucking hell. So good. The main character was called Starkiller. And then when Disney bought LucasArts, they obviously got rid of the Force Unleashed as canon. And Starkiller became the name of the base in The Force Awakens.
Oh, yeah.
So that's where... And Anakin...
He transitioned.
Yes. Luke Skywalker's original name was Anakin Starkiller. So that's where the Starkiller name came from. They said it's too dark for a protagonist to be called Killer.
Yeah.
So... Plus it'd be weird, kind of like it wouldn't suit a guy in the middle of a desert to be called Starkiller. Skywalker's kind of like more hippie for him.
Yeah.
But The Force Unleashed, would have been so good if they make a third one because it ended on like
cliffhanger.
Like the way it ended, well, it's just not canon anymore, so it doesn't count. In the end of the first one, you play as Darth Vader's secret apprentice who he's training to take over the Empire with him. But really, him and the Empire are just using him to take out the rebels. So he like, in the end, he like gets a love interest, and Juno Eclipse, her name is, I think, if I'm not mistaken, and he sacrifices himself fighting the Emperor and Vader to save the rebels and all that kind of shit.
It's good, lad.
Yeah. So then in the second one, he's somehow revived on Camino.
Clone.
The clone. So the whole way through the game, he's arguing, am I a clone or was I saved him? The whole way through the game. And he meets up with his love interest at the very end, and he has Vader. And you have the choice to kill Vader or not. If you choose to kill Vader, you don't go through with it, you'd miss. You fuck it up, and a clone of you comes along and kills you.
Take it.
Yeah. Proving that you're a clone the whole time. If you pick the good side ending, you put down your lightsaber and you tell him to take him away, which is the canon ending, and he says, I don't care if I'm a clone anymore. And as Vader is being transported aboard your ship to a nearby prison, you can just see Slave 1 coming into the background, Boba Fett's ship, and then the game ends. You're just like, oh,
I want to see Boba Fett. Actually, by the way, if no one's making, someone has to be making a Mandalorian type game now where you're a bounty hunter going around different planets and
not just like
getting up to
hijinks,
hijinks.
Fortnite or something.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he's in Fortnite now.
Yeah.
Class. Yeah, and be upgrading your armor and shit like that. Like,
have you been keeping up with the Mandalorian now, or have
no,
you jumped back on?
I'm going to jump back on. That's in my plans. My busy schedule.
Season 2 is quite good so far. They're really hitting you with the like nostalgia thing, and they're trying to get you to watch the Clone Wars.
Oh, the animated thing or the movie?
So I started watching the TV show.
Yeah, that's actually supposed to be good, is it?
I was watching. I was like, "Fucking hell, how's this for kids?"
Is it? Oh yeah, it's
for
kids.
5 seconds, like.
Yeah, so I'm going to get on that Mandalorian. But imagine a game like that. Well, I know they had Bounty Hunter back then, but
it'd be like Red Dead only Star Wars.
Yeah, imagine that.
Do you know, apparently there was supposed to be an Uncharted-esque style Star Wars game that got cancelled.
Oh yeah, what was it?
Not Star Wars 1313.
Oh, that's what I was thinking of.
That was the one we were playing as a young Boba Fett. Boba or Boba?
A young buck. I actually had this with Jack the other day when I was trying to talk to him something about the Mandalorian, and is it Boba? I think it's Boba.
Boba.
Yeah, it's Boba. Yeah. Boba.
But I always just, because a few people in the series go Baba and then Boba, and then I just think of Han Solo, Boba Fett. Where? Like, and that's how Boba Fett. Oh, what a cool character.
Yeah, so they should be making a game like that.
That'd be class. And imagine like customize your own armor and stuff like that. And, because then that doesn't fuck with the story as much. It just fucks with the cosmetics, where you can have a detailed, good story. Like going back to it, games where you can change the gender. You can't have a love interest. You can only have generic conversations, because you can't say you can't be like, oh, you're a good lad. Then pair of tits in front of you, like.
You can do two.
No. What are some other good, moving away from Star Wars, some other good games that I just never expected to be any very good? One of them had to be Batman Arkham Asylum.
I only played a bit of that, yeah.
Unbelievable.
That whole series, is that the first one, wasn't it?
Arkham Asylum came first. That's where you're bringing the Joker to Arkham. Then it's all been a plot by him, and he takes over the asylum, and it's this sandbox style game again, where the island is divided off into different regions, and there's a gang leader in each region. I'm making it sound a lot more simple than it was. It was actually so well integrated, like it didn't feel like you were leaving one area to go into Penguin's area, whereas the later games kind of did. Like they all meshed together so well. Like there's one sequence.
You wouldn't see the seams, like they kind of blended together.
Now that I went back and played it again,
and you kind of
I know right, we're coming up to this is Penguin. Well, is Penguin in Asylum? No, it's not.
One of the lads gave me a lend of it actually to play, and I played it. Yeah, it was good. I didn't get anywhere near finished it. Played it.
But like when I didn't even know that was a thing until I went over to one of my friend's house, and I just saw it, and I was like, interesting. And I finished it in his house, and then I asked my parents to get it for me for Christmas. That's how much I liked it. And I was looking at the cover going like, this is probably shit. Turned it on, unbelievable. So the way it works is, the way it was released was Arkham Asylum, then City came, and I didn't even think City was going to be a game. I walked into GameStop, and it was just there.
Oh wow! Then no hype or nothing.
No, nothing. I just went, oh my god! And I was going to GameStop, like John used to bring in a bag of shit to trade in.
I could never do it.
Really?
In case I'd have anxiety, in case I ever one day I'd wake up and I wanted to play that game from fucking 10 years ago, and I fucking traded it in.
We always did it. We were so bad for it.
I'm a hoarder, so I can't try it now.
I'm sure me and brother, we fucking wanted it. We finished games so much because there was two of us playing, so we just ploughed through games.
Use it and abuse it.
Pretty much. Had this bag, and I went up to the desk and said, can I trade these in? And I was hoping to get to the 55 mark to get Arkham City. And she goes, yeah, this will come to €45 because they were all fucking shitty, all 5 or 6
PlayStation for €400.
And I actually said to her, I was like, I've always been a heavy person, a heavy child, and I was heavy, and I was like, I leave the bag here, and I'll run up to McDonald's. And she was like, what? I was like,
you ain't running nowhere. So.
Like, yeah, that's probably what she was thinking. I'm the place you're running is KFC, bud. So I left the bag there with all the games now, because I was like, great, I'll be more aerodynamic now. Ran up to McDonald's.
Smart.
I didn't know where anyone was. I didn't have my phone on me or nothing. I was looking for my family.
Screaming at people. Have you seen me, mother?
Have you seen this man? And I just seen my father walking through McDonald's, because he's one of those lads that won't go into the shops. He'll just let my mother roam, and he'll just be there messing about. And I ran out to him. I didn't even because I knew I was on such a tight schedule to get back to GameStop before they fucking threw my bag in the bin.
Yeah.
I was like, give me a tenner. What? Give me a fucking tenner. So I grabbed the tenner off him, and I ran back down as fast as I could, and I got the game. And it was really embarrassing because the one who I gave the bag to hang on to, she had finished, and as I was going back in, again. She was going home. I was like, oh, this is so awkward. So I had to go in and explain to the guy.
Yeah.
Oh, horrible.
The whole situation.
Do you ever have awkward experiences in there? Well, now it's always an awkward experience because they try to sell you shit.
I haven't been into a GameStop in years. Should buy all the games online now.
Yeah.
On Steam.
When I was younger, I had a easily 30-minute conversation with a guy about how bad Resident Evil had become, because Resident Evil 6 had just dropped and it was on sale for €20, and we were bashing it for ages, saying oh, it looks so shit, it looks
probably
so
had a load
shit.
of customers there waiting to read.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he was the manager at the time. No, he's like, we were just like, oh, it looks so shit, it looks so fucking shit. And I was
bashing the game, people are trying to buy it.
I went out, half an hour later, I came back and I had it in my arm, and I walked up to the desk and he served me. I was like, I want to show on friends and family.
Oh no, it's for me brother.
It's for me, man. A snatch reference there.
One like that would be, I had one in Dead Space. Do you know Dead Space? It's like a horror game set in space.
You thought Scutter?
Oh no, I just got it for Christmas. I don't know if I asked for it like whenever, or like I just bought it on a whim and I booted it up for Christmas. Like, you know, you're off back in school then, being off for the holidays, whatever. And it was class. It's like Resident Evil 4, you know, the control scheme where you can. It's
over
a survival horror, so you can't really, you move slowly and you can't really run around, and it's not like you're not like twitch shooting like blasting that.
Yeah.
But it's all about killing the enemies. It's all about dismembering them or like cutting off their limbs to make them less dangerous. So like the enemies are kind of like all
they're like spider.
Yeah. Like shit.
I played a bit of it.
Oh yeah, and you have like one of your main guns is like a kind of plasma core thing, and you shoot it, and you know, like you aim for their little things that are coming out of them, and you cut them off, and then eventually they kill them. But, like, it was like really good. Like
Darren actually, he pointed out in that game, he's like, it has one of the best HUD systems.
Oh yeah, everything looks natural for him. Like, it's not like
it's his helmet
it's
and
not
on his
gamified.
back.
Yeah, and the mini map is like a hologram for him, like where he wants to go. Yeah, they really.
It's like the
UI on it is like really well done.
And then they ruined it apparently.
Yeah, I heard Dead Space 3.
Muck.
I think when they just kind of like microtransaction threw it in everywhere, and you know, made it all like more casual to make it appeal to everyone. Like, you know.
Apparently, if you look at all the, you know, the way Dead Space runs off chapters.
Does it? Yeah.
Like a level. Kind
of.
Yeah. If you look at the first layer of every chapter, it spells out like what's the wife's name? Yeah. Wherever the wife's name, it says like blank is dead. Oh. So like they were telling you the whole time, like she's been dead the whole time.
Spoilers.
It's like Sixth Sense.
Yeah.
It's all that. What was it? Pre-recorded. What was one game there recently? I got off, you know, the games with gold on Xbox.
Oh, yeah.
Was Made of Skur.
What the hell is that?
It's like a Welsh, like mythology thing. About like a fucking demon bird that sings and like all the men go mental, and like it's based in this hotel, and like your wife.
Sounds interesting.
It's like a really, really indie game. It's like Outlast.
Is it 2D or 3D?
No, 3D. It's like Outlast, only imagine like if it was made for a Game Boy.
Oh.
Not like it, actually. Well, GameCube.
Yeah, that kind of era graphics.
Yeah, that kind of graphics. But it's modern, like it was only released last year.
Oh, right.
Like, it wouldn't be far off a realistic version of Simpsons Hit and Run, those kind of, like, you know, like bubbly character design.
Like. Yeah.
And I started playing it, and like, I could tell it was one of those games like puzzle solving and stuff like that. And I started playing it at like 6 o'clock. And what I like to do now is I like to look up the average run time of a game to see how long it's going to take me to finish it, so like I can divide it up over the week.
Oh yeah, smart.
So this one I looked up and it said 4 hours, and I was already an hour through. And I just thought, oh, fuck this. So I turned it off and I just watched the lad play it on YouTube because I was dying from wisdom tooth infection.
Oh.
So I just sat there watching and I was just like, this game is so simple, like, and it's so good. And there's lads like Rockstar and fucking all them pumping millions into fucking online shit when this game is like 10 times the value of it. And it doesn't need to look amazing, it just needs to have a good premise.
Good gameplay.
Yeah. It's just one of those games where you're not able to fight back, you just have to keep running. Those are scary fucking games. I've played... What horror game did I play recently? I finished Resident Evil 3, that wasn't great.
Is that the other remake?
The remake one, yeah. Yeah.
I still must try that Resident Evil 2 remake.
Oh, so fucking good. I brought in my PC to my brother's house in Kilkenny just so his housemate could watch me play Resident Evil 2.
You wouldn't even let him play it. No, you'll watch me fucking play it.
I said to him, I said, by the time you know how to even get down the fucking stairs, I'll be halfway through the game. And I was. And I was like, do you want to go? He was like, no. And you know the liquor creatures? They're like people without their skin on.
Oh,
they're like really long tongues. And they're blind obviously because their eyes are gone. They like crawl around. And
seen a few of them down to town last night.
Yeah. What lockdown are we on now?
Lockdown 2?
Yeah. Remake.
Lockdown harder.
Yeah. So one of those creatures. We came to that in the game, and I remember saying to him, "Shut up now. I need to be paying attention for this." And he was like, "Why? What's going on?" I was like, "Look up." So, and then like I realised, oh, you have to look up. So I looked up in the game, and I was like, "See that thing in the corner?" He's like, "Where?" I was like, "Look down the very end of the hallway." We both like went in right close to the telly, and I was like, "Watch this." And I pulled out the shotgun, missed. And both of us just went
Panic.
and he was like, "What are you gonna do? Shoot him, shoot him, shoot him." I was like, "I can't, the shotgun's reloading." So like ran into an office, and he was like, "Does he wait outside for you?" I was like, "Yeah." And then we were both just kind of like,
"We should stay here.
We go get food." And then that's why I mentioned horror, because the last horror game I played was with him. The next night I went in, we played the new Dark Anthologies game.
Never heard of him.
Do you know Until Dawn?
Yes, yeah. Never.
The way that had like little children games. The first one was called Man of Medan on the horror ship, which was poor. Then on the ghost ship, sorry. Then the next one is called Little Hope, about a ghost town. And Will Poulter, if you know him, the actor, he was in Chronicles of Narnia.
The name sounds familiar.
He plays the...
I can't remember Chronicles of Narnia.
Right, well, you're old. Cousin, I can't remember his name now. Anyway, he plays the main antagonist, and like it's one of those games where there's 5 main characters and they can all die at various points. We were taking, like, it's supposed to be a party game. So if you and me were playing, we take control of various characters. And so you control 2, I control 2, then we flip a coin to see who controls the last person. So I was doing this with him, and we were playing with the Xbox controller. And he's a PlayStation man. So like I felt bilingual. I was like, right, you have to press square here.
Converting it.
Yeah. And he was just panicking so much, he just gave me the controller and I had to finish the game solo. And I was like, so much pressure to keep them all alive. And then like one bastard died in 3/4 of the way through. I was like, fuck.
Ah, sure.
So then we got to the end of it anyway, and he just turned around and he's like, that was class. And I was like,
you done fuck on.
Yeah, I did all the work. I was like, learn about the next one, and there's another 5 of them coming.
Oh.
Yeah, they're making 8 games I think altogether.
Jesus.
But they're only like 2-3 hours long.
Little small games.
Yeah.
Interesting way to do it. Like release little games.
How
much are they each?
They're dumbed down. They're only €30. But they're like proper well designed. Like they fixed the mocap on it and completely, like, it looks good. Whereas like Until Dawn, like they're doing all this kind of shit. Like where they fixed it in this one.
Yeah.
It's not like Eleanor where like.
Oh, the memes of that owl lad, he's like.
Outside in the bush.
Looks like a night on the pills. Some lad on night on the pills.
I was imagining like there's a full lemon after going into his mouth.
Yeah.
So, my plans are to finish Hitman 2. Then I genuinely don't know what the fuck I'm gonna play.
I'm off over Christmas for 2 weeks. So
Lucky for some.
I'm going to, if Cyberpunk 2077 isn't a complete fucking mess.
Yeah, you were saying that beforehand.
We'll have a game. If that is some way alright playable, I'll get that and hammer into that for 2 weeks.
And what were you saying about the reviews?
Yeah, it's fair dodgy anti-consumer practices going on here with from the developers or publishers or whoever. They sent out review codes like a couple of days before the embargo lifts, so the reviewers only have a time, like, you know, a couple of hours to actually get into the game, like, and you know, they have to finish it, so they have to rush through it, so they can barely scratch the surface of it. Then for the reviews, the video reviews, they weren't allowed to show their own footage. They had to show footage supplied by the developers, basically trailer footage, which is complete like bullshit. Like, what's the point? It's like
They're polished.
Yeah, it's just but like they're making trailers for the game, basically like 10-minute trailers with them saying how great the game is, like, and then no one got any console copies of the game, so no one knows how it's going to be like on consoles. And one of the reasons that game's been delayed for so long is they just can't get thing fucking running on PS4s and Xbox One X's or ones or whatever.
Xbox One.
Yeah. So like that sounds completely dodgy out, and like the majority of people are going to be playing on them consoles. So if they're too scared to show what they look like and how bad they are. Like I don't have much hope. I get it on PC if it's hopefully you get a few patches and it starts looking good. But
If they think they're going to get running on a PS4 launch model,
well, this is what they have to do.
fucking hell, like.
You think like that? When did that come out? In 2013?
Yeah.
2012? 13?
Like, get around then, but 2014, I think, or something like that. I don't know. No, you're right. Yeah, it's 20.
Imagine
Getting
getting
like ray tracing completely fucked up
well, they won't go anywhere near ray tracing.
PlayStation 4, and then they're going to introduce this entire new, like, open world game with the most groundbreaking graphics of all time.
Yeah, we'll see what it's like.
Fuck off.
Like I'm not getting a day one there. Like I said, I'm off in a couple of weeks, and then I'll see what it's like at then.
Buy it first, and then give it a few weeks.
No, I'm not going to buy it. Yeah, I'll see how it is.
Yeah, learn my
I was thinking of getting something for the PlayStation, like Ghost of Tsushima.
Tried that in yesterday.
Is that any good?
Yeah, you'd like it.
Yeah, I want something like that. Like.
See, I didn't like the colour palette, I know.
Oh, right. Does it get a bit kind of
very dull looking?
Oh, right.
But I was only in the first region, so I imagine the first region is kind of...
Is this another one you just gave up on?
Gave up on it? Well, no, actually I didn't. My housemate took it for 3 months. I never gave it back. Well, not that he never gave it back. I was just sitting in his room and I was like, I'm not going in there.
I'll never get it back.
Yeah.
God knows where it is.
It's lost in the recesses of time, anyway. He loved it, anyway. But it's not really orientated towards picking one style, but somehow he managed to do that. Like, we're going to do an archer build. I was like, you can't do a build. It's a fucking...
You're supposed to be everything.
You're supposed to, it's like Ezio from Assassin's Creed.
Yeah.
You're just Ezio. Like, he's like, no, doing an archer build. And he went off and he did it. He made
Fair
it.
play to him.
Yeah. Yeah, like you can get these like custom attires like that give you like 20% extra archery or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
And he got that, and I found it as well. It's fucking class. Like makes your hand speed like really quick and stuff.
I'm going around like Legolas.
Yeah, the fast hands and southwest. What else? The stealth in it is pretty shite.
It's more of an action game, is it? Or are you supposed to be snaking
You're
around?
supposed to be the ghosts.
Oh.
You fucking idiot.
You're not the fucking Rambo of Tsushima. You're the
be.
fucking Ghost of Tsushima.
You could be the Rambo, but the combat isn't the hardest I've ever seen. But you do get fucked up if you're not paying attention.
But there's another one like that. For some reason, I must want Samurai shit. Sekiro, or isn't it from the same guys
that's
who
Dark
make
Souls,
Dark Souls? Yeah.
Played it.
No.
No, it's too
No.
punishing, man.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
And apparently the combat in Sekiro is
Sekiro, is that what's called?
is more like unforgiving than Dark Souls because they've added in different types of like attacks and stuff for your character.
Yeah.
Different ways of blocking and shit.
Yeah, I'd probably be like fucking just at the end of the second week off on holidays, and I'd be finally actually able to kill the first lad or something like that. Like, that was great.
I played about 2 hours of that game just because I was actually waiting for another game to install, so I just turned that on and started playing.
Did you own it? Like
Josh, the guy who lives that owns it.
Yeah.
So I played that and I was so fucking pissed off after about. I got into the car and I drove off. Pissed off.
I need to clear the head.
Need to clear the head. Just fucking like music blaring in the car, chain smoking. It's such a bad mood. Like you get little hooks and stuff, and you like shoot up the roofs and all, and like as soon as the lad sees it, he like shoots a fucking
He's up on the fucking roof.
Tsunami at you and starts cleaving the shit out of you and stuff. And
you're dead before you know it.
Yeah. Like those games are not supposed to be doing stealth, but it's like avoiding everyone as much as I could.
Did you ever play God of War? The new one. The new one, yeah.
I was watching clips of that today actually.
Oh yeah.
Unbelievable.
Did you finish it like?
Yep.
Oh yeah. That's been one of the best games I've played in a long time.
I would have liked it. Did you think it was kind of like on tram rails sometimes?
No, I thought it had the perfect mix between an open world and a linear game. I'm getting sick of these games that are too open. Probably a bad sign if I'm trying to get Cyberpunk 2077.
A game that's so big.
Yeah, and Red Dead. Like I'm trying to play that as well. Just like I like the way that had that kind of, this is a story and you can just hammer into the story, and if you want to do, we've loads of other shit here you can do if you want it. And the other Valkyries, you can do all them. And
God, stay away from them.
I like that.
I took on a few of them.
I was like...
The Queen now.
Oh, I didn't get anywhere near that.
Off.
I heard about that. I was like...
I looked it up.
I know my limits.
Yeah.
I'm not going anywhere near the Queen.
What did you think of the story?
Story was class.
Masterpiece.
And I think I didn't play it actually when it came out, but I wasn't spoiled on any of the twists or anything. You know, like who your son is and all that kind of stuff. Yeah. And I was like, oh yeah, and it left me wanting more. Like I can't wait for.
Did you find the let's say the Marvel Easter egg at the end?
I saw,
If you return to the house,
and he
comes a knocking.
Yeah.
Oh,
Daddy comes.
It's very
Big T
very
coming.
Yeah.
Mr. T coming to the.
My boy.
Boy.
Yeah.
Boy.
Just actually, do you know who does the voice acting for him in that?
Yeah, your man that's Stargate. Yeah,
Fucking couldn't believe it.
Yeah, I saw the behind the scenes of it.
Yeah, he looks like Lawrence Fishburne.
Yeah, that's the man.
And he at the Game Awards then the two of them were presenting, and the young lad wouldn't call out the name. He just goes, "Read it, boy." And everyone was like, "Woo!" Speaking of the Game Awards, now we're going to finish up soon enough. Now I want to keep this one pretty short, but there was actually an actor who wasn't included in the Game Awards, and usually I don't give a fuck about Game Awards. Like, who cares? And in Death Stranding, there's a character called Die Hardman.
I might actually. Yeah, what's that? Yeah.
You definitely won't be able to play that. You bore off your tits. There's a character called Die Hardman. He's like
Die Hardman.
Die Hardman is his name.
It's Bruce Willis, is it?
Pretty much, yeah. And he gets the whole way through the game. He's this masked character, and in the end, anyway, like he.
Don't spoil any story.
Don't spoil anything, but like, there's a scene where like the actor he's like it's so emotional, like his performance. I was just like, oh my.
It's actually really good acting, like
if it was in a movie, you would have went. And
bravo.
No, I think said everyone in the comments is just like, man was robbed. I was like, yeah, he was.
Was it Mad Mikkelsen?
No, not Mad Mikkelsen. He has a really good scene as well, but I wouldn't have liked him to go because he's just such a good actor anyway.
Was this actor's a role in the game hidden before he took his mask off, like, or did you know he was going to be who it was going to be? It's like if you tell me who it is, will it spoil the story a bit for me? No.
Well, like his name is like he's called Die Hardman the whole way through the game, like, but like he has this like metallic mask on, and like he's black underneath, and like when he takes the mask off, he has like a goatee, he's old and stuff, and like throughout the game, like you see bits of his past and stuff like this. Like you see bits of everyone's past in it, like, but him at the start of the game, you're just thinking, right, this character's so boring, they had to put a face mask on him just to add some bit of interest. Then like everyone said it in the climax of the game, him and a guy called Cliff Unger stole the show. Cliff Unger is Mads Mikkelsen in the so like they're like in the last chapter. The chapters run for a couple of hours each. They were just like the two.
How much playtime did it take you?
30 hours.
That's not bad.
But you're a postman.
Postman.
Don't do side quests.
Oh, that probably kill me then. Will it? There's no point in doing it, is there?
No. Even the main quests are all side quests. That's how I describe.
It's basically you're doing shite just to get to the next cutscene.
Yeah. But the underlying kind of beauty of the game is the world.
It does look
like you're literally walking across America in it.
Like you're walking serious distances.
Yeah. Like obviously it takes 10 minutes to get from one end to the other, like, and you are put in a hub with other players.
That was the cool thing. Yeah, they can help you out or something.
They help you out. Let's say, right, when I started my journey, if you collect resources like rock, shit like that, wood, all kind of like futuristic shit, you can start building, like, let's say you have these bikes that work off, they need to be charged.
Yeah.
If you are further in the game and you build a charging dock halfway, I can use your charging dock.
That's pretty good. Like,
yeah. But it's limited to how many people are in your thing, because they can't like have fucking 5 million people in the game.
I wonder does it stay there forever? Like now, if I boot it up, like
no, like it's only a few people at a time, like,
yeah.
And like I said, it could be like 5 or 6 of us in one. Like you would never know, like.
Yeah.
And then like
that's
the
cool.
game will load in like what you need. Like it's cool. By the time I started the game, I was working my way through.
Shit everywhere.
Yeah.
It's so easy.
But no, by the time I bought the game when it came out, so it was nothing. So I was like running barefoot across this whole thing, and
fuck on. Back in my day, we didn't have fucking ladders.
And like
Hard to say it.
the hardest thing about the game is keeping your balance.
Listen, many a night I've struggled myself.
Yes. So like you hold LT and RT to like hold your straps and you run a bit slower, but like when you're getting chased by the extraterrestrial, or not extraterrestrials, the paranormal spirits, you gotta be sprinting. And like you can build like legs and stuff that help you like support the weight, and you won't be falling over all the time. And like if you put too much weight on this side, you lean over that way, and at the back you break your fucking back, and like you have to do a lot of management that way. And the rain burns.
I saw, like make them old, age you.
Yeah. And it burns your cargo.
Bastards.
So by the time I got to the far side of the map and they told me I had to go back, I was able to someone had already constructed a bridge the whole way. I could just drive the whole way.
Oh, nice.
And the way you reward those people is the middle button on the PlayStation pad.
Yeah.
If you keep hitting that, you can give them likes in game, like Facebook. So like one of them, like you might come across like a ladder and then like there might be like 21. Good job.
Yeah.
Like these bridges had like hundreds of thousands of likes and stuff, and like that was what Kadeo was saying. The game is all about uniting people in the game. So like the whole game.
The gameplay like really makes you come together.
The whole thing about Death Stranding is America has switched off. Like literally as if someone just got a key and turned it off. And your character is uniting these waypoints. So like making like telephone lines and stuff and all come back on.
Yeah.
And he's making cities turn back on and stuff. So like you're doing the same with the people you're with.
It's pretty cool the way he's planned that out and actually bring it.
And
interesting, like
the whole there was a way someone described it. Like your character is obviously like he's like at the start he's like, I'm not the fucking one for this and all this game. He's a real depressed bastard.
Cynical fucker.
Yeah. Then at the end like he's still kind of cynical but like he gets it. And like everyone
was tear to his eye.
Yeah. Everyone was like, oh, that's like Hideo, like he was depressed after being kicked out of Konami and like his world got turned off and stuff, and then like all the people around him came together to save him and stuff, and they were just like, well done.
It's like poetry.
Yes.
Rhymes.
So if you're gonna play it, like we talk a lot more about it, because like there is like a lot of different points of discussion in it.
Yeah.
And like there's great twists in it, but like there's only really like an hour worth of actually like running gunning.
Yeah. I've seen. There is some lads. Isn't there? Like you throw your bottled piss and shite at lads.
Yeah. Your piss has
acid piss.
It's kind of like acid piss for the BTs, we'll call them. The BTs are the spirits that are trapped on this world, and if you throw that at them, that spirit will go up, and you will get a like from that spirit to say thank you.
Thanks for fucking pissing
on me. So you send them to the afterworld, and
they're delighted.
Yeah. But like
a golden shower up to the Lord.
And you can use your blood as well.
Blood.
Any guns you have against those creatures is your blood, and you have to keep doing like a transfusion.
Blood and piss into this guy.
You can bleed out from doing it. That's how you can die if you shoot too much. Like.
And your shit as well, is that?
Shit, I don't know about the shit. But whenever you go back to your base, you can go for like a shower and it's like collects all your piss and your sperm and stuff and throws it into a vial for you. And you can make grenades out of them.
Just like real life.
Yeah. But one thing you're not allowed to do is you're not allowed to shoot people in real life. Like in the game. Like, well, you're not allowed to shoot people. You're not allowed to shoot people.
Did you know you're not allowed to kill people in real life? Did you know that?
Sure, fucking OJ gone.
They're bringing in fucking everything. Like fucking nanny state now. You can't do nothing.
Fucking hell. I was going to say something controversial there, but we won't bother. We'll leave that alone now. So you're not allowed to shoot anyone. If you do, it's an instant game over.
Is there enemy humans like that?
They're called they're like scavengers. They're like evil postmen. They just want to steal your shit, and like you can break into their bases and start like robbing stuff. I don't remember building
Amazon bastards.
Yeah, I don't remember building much throughout the game. Like, I was gonna use the runners.
So for that.
Like when the lads in town was telling me he because he's mad into like getting the perfect score on games and stuff like that.
Yeah.
He was one of the boys who built like an entire bridge in his game, and like he said every time I turn it on I have like it tells you like a big list of like likes comes up. He's like every time I turn it on I have thousands and thousands of likes on it. And I was like, I might get about 20 because I put a sign saying keep on keeping on. But like, it's good. Let's say if you run into
Lift
like
with your knee, not your leg.
if you run past this if you run into like one of your like stations where you sleep, if you could run in, there could be nothing there, and if you come back up, like let's say you turn off the PlayStation 4, you turn it off, you come back the next day, you turn it on, you come up, someone could have already been there, and you might walk out and there might be like 5 or 6 signs left for you there saying like, oh, health boost, and then you walk through and you get health boost, and then you like them and all that kind of stuff. So if you're obviously play online if you're going to play it, but they do have some, like, the developers obviously played through it themselves and left you some signs and stuff like that and stuff. Like there's some, I'll call them forests for all the world. There's BT forests around the place where they just like inhabit these areas, and you'll know straight away because there's always like a perimeter of signs saying stay away, stay away, stay away, stay away, stay away.
And you go in anyway. Fuck.
Yeah, you have to show it. It'd be like, go through here, and like every time you do, the oak shoots up and like starts going on like that.
Oh yeah, that.
The blinker. I mean, like, it starts going mental whenever there's one there.
Yeah.
And the only way you can see him is if you stand perfectly still, and then they all become visible, and there could be like someone like right in front of you, and you're like, what do I do? So
it sounds interesting. Like, it's something new.
It's a good premise, but I just wish there was more to do.
Bit of a boring walking thing.
Like 30 hours of here's your post. One of the missions is you have to deliver a person. You have a person on your back. You have to walk them up a mountain.
Lazy bastard.
Yeah.
Fucking.
But sure, they can't go outside with the fucking rain.
But you can throw them up on your back and bring them out.
You throw them into a body bag.
That's pure laziness.
You're
So no
not
wonder the country's fucked.
You're not allowed piss either when you have them on your back, because she goes, Sam,
I wouldn't give you the piss off me back.
And he's the only one whose piss works.
He's special piss, is it?
Yeah.
That's what he said. No, you see, my piss is special.
Yeah. But like, there's so many weird characters and weird arcs and
That's
stuff.
Kojima,
Like,
like,
all over the place, yeah. And there's
have your one that photosynthesized through her skin, so she has to be in fucking
quiet.
bikini.
Quiet.
No, you see, it's scientific because she needs to have the skin so she can breathe.
It just reminds me of the water boy. The water boy with Adam Sandler.
Oh yeah.
I saw boobies and I like them too. So yeah, we've gone talking to boobies at the end. I think we'll call it a day for today.
It's back to boobies.
The boobies. Right, so instead of looking at boobies, we're here talking to each other about gaming. Gonna leave it there for today.
Thank you.
That was actually
pleasure
right
again now.
So, thank you very much.
Cheers, baby.
See you again.